Welcome in, y'all. I know it's been a while since we last talked about Beaplays, and trust me, I absolutely hate talking about her, but I want to keep y'all updated on what's been happening since she got exposed. Now, I'm sure by now the majority of people are aware of the situation, but for those who don't know, I made a video where I go in depth regarding the allegations against B, and a video discussing her terrible apology, if you can even call it that. So if y'all want to get the full details, I recommend watching those, but just to give a brief summary, Beaplays was exposed for allegedly a minor a couple of years ago. That same minor recently came out confirming the allegations and stated that once he was 18 and living with her in the UK, she would pay him money so she could do inappropriate things to him even though he didn't want to. Beaplays then released a quote-unquote apology where she tries to excuse her inappropriate behavior with the minor and also avoid accountability altogether. Now, after that fake apology, she went radio silent. Many people thought this was the end of Beaplays for good. Unfortunately though, B is back. But not as Beaplays. That's right, y'all. She has rebranded once again in an attempt to run and hide away from her past. Well, that's my opinion at least. But as the saying goes, what goes around comes around. So in today's video, we're going to talk about B's rebrand and how it shows she's not sorry about anything she did. Honestly, I'm not shocked that she's slowly slithering back into content creation. That was her livelihood for so long, and you could just tell she doesn't want to work a regular job. Now, the good news is B lost about 90% of her audience due to her being gone for a very long time. And also, I'm sure the majority of people don't want to support an alleged but it's infuriating to see her come back into content creation and try to rebuild her career like nothing happened, instead of, just not coming back and taking the L like it's over. I genuinely don't think you can come back from something like this. B was literally accused of a minor and she's like, well, I said I was sorry. It's pure insanity, y'all. Anyways, before we start, please do not harass anyone mentioned in this video. The reason I'm making this video is to continue holding B accountable because it happens way too often that weirdo YouTubers try to come back like nothing happened, and I'm not gonna let it slide. Also, side note, I might have a few videos without my VTuber just because I need to fix her mouth movement and other stuff, but she'll be back. With that being said, let's start with the first section. On September 17th, Beaplays posted her apology statement on Twitter, which was received very poorly. After this, she continued to be inactive across all her social media accounts. However, on October 6th, a Twitter post about B started making its rounds. The tweet said, "Ex-DTI community manager Beaplays has found a new job. That was really quick. She wasted no time. Like she didn't text a minor." This tweet includes two screenshots from LinkedIn. One shows B commenting under a post congratulating someone, and the other shows her job roles. Now, I'm not sure if she found the new job as a community manager or she just didn't change her title, but I think the reason why people are talking about this is the fact that B is still going around looking for a job in social media even after everything that happened. Fast forward to October 8th, a Twitch clip from a channel named Heather Roblox was posted on Twitter where Beaplays can be heard talking in the background. Here's the clip.
If you guys get a notification from a username you don't recognize soon, it might be me. I am considering changing my username, not to hide or anything, but just because if I'm going to go at my Roblox past and fashion games and things like that, I kind of feel like my name is associated with fashion games, and that's
that's suspicious. That's weird.
Honestly, the most shocking part of the clip isn't even the fact that B says she's going to come back with a different name. It's the fact that the stream has an overlay that says love for B with flowers around it.
That's weird.
Like, what even is this? I found a screenshot where someone sent a message in the stream saying exactly what we were all thinking. Love for B? What about love for the victim she... And of course, this person was immediately banned from the stream. If I'm being honest, I originally thought maybe the streamer wasn't aware of the allegations, maybe they only knew B got fired from DTI and they felt bad for her. But if you see people typing comments like these and your mods are deleting them, I don't know, it doesn't look good in my opinion. Believe it or not, there's a couple of content creators that are still publicly associating with B and supporting her, which again, they might not know about the allegations, but I'm not buying it, to be honest. Even if you didn't hear about the allegations while they were happening, wouldn't you want to research who you're associating with, especially as a content creator? I don't know, just food for thought. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt to a certain extent, but I feel like Beaplays is a pretty big content creator, or at least she was, and I just feel like they would have heard about what was happening. That's just my 2 cents though.
There's no reason why anything should be forgotten, because you make a mistake and you learn from it. That's kind of the point. Yeah, and trust me, I do not forget things because I beat myself up about them endlessly for the rest of my life.
Now guess where you going? to jail.
Anyways, for a couple of weeks, there weren't any new updates regarding B, but after the Twitch clip, people knew it was only a matter of time before she made a comeback. On November 2nd, Beaplays went live on Twitch for the first time since her cancellation. Based on the screenshot I found on Twitter, B streamed Overwatch with another streamer and had the chat set to sub only. For those who don't know, sub only chats only allow viewers who pay for a monthly subscription to chat in the stream. However, this feature is not often used by streamers since it alienates viewers from being able to interact unless they pay. Now, I've been on Twitch for a couple of years now, and the few times I've seen streamers use this feature is when the chat is getting chaotic or they received a hate raid. But in this specific case, I strongly believe B put her chat in sub only because she knows people would come in there and start calling her out. Now, I looked into her Twitch stats because I was curious to see how big of a viewer drop she experienced, and it's massive. B went from averaging 200 to 400 viewers a stream to 34 viewers average. So I think it's safe to say that allegations did kinda end her career, but not completely. Now, on the day B first streamed again, she still had her old username, which I think was intentional. This way people would join the stream since they recognized the name, and then she could let them know about the rebrand. A few days after the stream, B officially rebranded from Beaplays to Trissie. Apparently the server went from 15k members to only 87 members. She also changed her Discord username to Trissie. However, I was unable to find her, so she might have changed it again. Now, besides Discord, all her Beaplays social media accounts have been privated or purged. If you look up Beaplays YouTube channel, all her videos are gone, and she changed the username to not here anymore. As for her Twitter and Instagram, I believe they were already privated, but she removed the bios and profile pictures. Now, if you search her up on Roblox, she changed her nickname to Trissie and her username to not Beaplays, but her about me still says, "Hi little beans, I'm B."
Okay.
Now, if you go to her Twitch page, you won't find any save VODs. The only video you'll find is a Minecraft clip from a while back, which after everything that happened, I'm surprised she still wants people to associate her with Minecraft.
Want to make out now?
Excitement. Oh, yeah.
But I digress. Now, if you look around her Twitch channel, you'll notice all her social media links are gone. However, there is a link to the Distractions Media stream team, which B is a part of. Now, the last thing I want to discuss with y'all is her Twitch About Me and how I think her rebrand is going to flop. With that, let's move on to the next section. So B's About Me section says, I've been content creating for over 9 years, starting my old Minecraft YouTube channel back in 2014. I've been streaming on Twitch since 2016, and I became a partner on July 12th of 2017. Content creating is no longer my full-time job, so we're just here to vibe and have fun in my favorite games. Now, I personally find this bio very interesting because she's taking a very calculated approach. When you read this, it's supposed to come off as, hey, I'm just streaming for the vibes. And for some reason, she decided to mention that this isn't her full-time job anymore. Maybe so people who used to watch her every day understand that she isn't going to be consistent anymore. But I personally feel like she wrote it in the bio to get people off her back. Pretty much being like, hey y'all, I just want to stream and have fun. I'm not doing this for money. But let's be for real. If B just wanted to stream for fun with friends or whatever, I don't see the need in using the same Twitch account. She could have easily just made a new account and started from scratch, but I think she's waiting for some traction to come back, or for people to forget what happened. Same with her YouTube channel. She could have deleted it, but instead she unlisted her videos and kept the account. Pretty much she could have deleted all her socials and started from scratch like she did when she was basically B. But instead she kept all of them. So the question is why? I'm pretty sure we all know the answer already, but for those who don't know,
Money!
In my opinion, B is hoping that over time, her Twitch account will bring back a high viewership. Eventually, she'll start posting on her Beaplays YouTube account as Trissie, since she already has 600,000 subs on there, and pretty much build herself up from the ground where she can be a full-time content creator again. I know some of y'all might think I'm reaching, but so many YouTubers do this, and a lot of them have been successful, unfortunately. If you ask me though, these types of content creators are embarrassing. Like, they're absolutely shameless. There's been way too many instances of YouTubers being accused of essay, etc. And all they do is leave for a few months, make a vague apology, and come back like nothing happened. However, I'm gonna be honest, I think B's return is one of the fastest ones I've ever seen. I think she waited like 4 months and got right back to it. Like, what do you mean you're trying to brush off allegations. That's absolute insanity. That apology was never really an apology, it was just a poor attempt at damage control. Personally, I believe this Trissie rebrand is going to flop so hard. Like when she rebranded from basically B to Beaplays, the allegations were there, but they didn't get enough traction at the time. So for a while, she got away with it. But like I said at the beginning, what goes around comes around. There's no more running away in my opinion. Honestly, there's no point in her continuing to try to be a content creator. Even if she somehow becomes popular as Trissie, she's going to immediately get shot back down again with the allegations. If you ask me, B needs to just focus on getting a 9 to 5 and hop off the internet. Stop with all this Trissie trash nonsense. It's incredibly disrespectful to the victim of the situation, and if she actually cared, she wouldn't have come back in the first place. Anyways, thank y'all for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. Sorry if I got heated in this video. I just hate seeing her trying to act like nothing happened. I hope that as a community, we can continue to hold her accountable for her actions and remind her of the harm she has caused. Thank y'all again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.